What is up, everybody, NC?
JC and
We are back with a Triple H is a bad booker on Liv Morgan. Now, this is a situation that became apparent to me how bad of a booker he is ever since she got crushed by Rhea Ripley. After that, here is one of the most, just unused commodities that Triple H has. Especially when he's had her in a situation where she's actually drawn for him. She won the world title mid-2024, won that Queen of the Ring over in, over in Saudi. I mean, she had a lot of accolades. I mean, we were saying, originally, this is a Vince chick. Don't get me wrong. She got her first world title win back in 2022 under Vince. He saw something in her that Triple H never saw. Back in NXT, Liv Morgan, what was she? She was the cheerleader girl. Goes to the main roster. Vince is like, you know what? I can do something with you. Puts her in the Riot Squad, starts using her immediately, and then elevates her to the level where, you know what? World title contender. What did she beat? Ronda Rousey back in 2022? Something like that?
yeah,
Becky Lynch or something. Yeah. I remember she beat a high-level opponent. So that right there solidified her as a top girl in Vince's eyes. And then even for Triple H to give her that shot again, give her that world title again, give her that shot again, and then see what she can do for the company, only to delegate her to a shitty fucking tag team that's put up against these botchy Japanese chicks that can't fucking wrestle. It feels like an inside job. I hate to say it. It feels like she was sabotaged. Did she get too big for her britches? I don't know. What do you think, JC?
I mean, for me, I just think that what happened is I just think with these Japanese chicks and a lot of these new foreign talents, I think you're getting a lot less communication in the ring. Because like when you're working a match in the ring, it's common for wrestlers to call out spots. Like John Cena would be notorious for calling out his spots loud enough to where you could even hear it on TV. Like the move that he was going to do to his opponent, and his opponent would react. I think what's going on is because these women can't speak English, or they can't speak English well. They're not able to communicate effectively with their opponent, and so shit like this can happen. But I think that what happened with Liv, just the way she landed and seeing it, multiple times, I just think she landed on it at just the right angle to fuck it up. I think the real sabotage from Triple H would come from booking. And that's where I'm concerned about her, is that, his way of booking her is going to be to keep her off TV for 6 months or however long she's out for, which is stupid. That's how you sabotage. Now, it may not be intentional sabotage, but nonetheless, it is sabotage. It will sabotage whatever momentum she has. But what will happen is that when she comes back, she's going to get that loud pop. And then it will just fizzle right back down to where it is now. So, I think that's what they're probably going to do with her. I think that's ridiculous and stupid, and I think there's a lot more they could do with her.
Oh, yeah. And Todd was saying, did you see how Liv got hurt? It's her own doing. And I completely agree with you there. And that's the thing, is I don't want to make it seem like Triple H is sending them out to do a hit on her or anything like that. I think it's just his booking. That's what it all comes down to, is he's booked them against these unbelievably reckless women with a language barrier that they haven't been able to work on, haven't been able to finesse after all this time on the main roster, which is so frustrating. It's like if this person is going to be pushed in a top spot to where they're going to be contending for the tag team titles or contending for the world title, as Io is for that matter, these people should be professional and should know how to wrestle the American style without hurting their opponent. They should know how to communicate to their opponents, especially since you share a locker room with them, for Christ's sakes. You share a bus with them most of the time. You share hotel rooms with them. How come you can't communicate with them? How come you can't tell them, hey, this is what we're going to get planned. This is how the moves are going to go. What do you got to do? Have a fucking whiteboard where you draw out the moves? Is that what it's got to come to?
It's getting ridiculous. I mean, you can't have matches like this where the people wrestling each other don't understand one another. I really think that, and when Asuka comes back and she cuts that promo, I'm like, did you work on your English at all, Asuka, when you were gone? Like, did you do nothing other than try to paint your face up like a juggalette? I mean, they gotta fucking work on their English. Like, if you can't speak, like with Stephanie Beck here, if you can't speak English, either don't speak or fucking work on it. And that's all we're asking, is work on your English so you can better communicate with the people you're working with in the ring and with the audience.
Well, and this is why we advocate so much for managers nowadays, because not only are the people who are pushed by Triple H some of the worst mic workers that you've seen, but also because we have this huge influx of foreign talent because they're doing all this indie buying all over the fucking world. So you're bringing in all these top luchadors and top lucha chicks who, you know, barely speak English. And at a point like that, you got to start having managers. Bring back every Hispanic-speaking manager with charisma. Ricardo Rodriguez, fuck it, bring him back. Bring back anybody who can talk Spanish and English and do a good job of it on the mic. Any sort of manager for that matter, I'd be bringing them back to the company and putting them with these people to try to make them into something. Because let's be perfectly honest, Santos Escobar, he wasn't even talked about in NXT until he got Zelina Vega. That's what it took. No. It took him getting a mouthpiece because he was so fucking boring and so shitty on the mic that, like, you need Zelina Vega. There's no other fucking way. That's what it has to be with. And I just want to say, like, that's why I say such nice things about Julia. I mean, here we have a Japanese chick, now technically not completely Japanese, she's also British as well, but she speaks good English. Like, how hard is it to work on your English? And we've heard about Julia working on her English. That's what I want to see out of these stars. If you're signed to the big leagues, work on your shit. These type of people, they should be having some sort of app where they're learning English every single day. They should make that a part of their stay in America. You're here in America, every day you're going to learn English.
Well, I mean, it's not a, is it an inconvenience to have to go and learn another language? Of course, I'm trying to learn another language right now. It's not easy. It's fucking hard. But for them, like, it's their fucking livelihood should depend on it. I mean, they're like, literally, they could kill somebody in the ring if they're not communicating properly. Like, that's the problem, is that, like, Zoe Stark got lucky that her leg just snapped in half. What happens if she had broken her neck and was paralyzed from the waist down? What happened if that happened to Liv Morgan?
I mean, just look at what happened with Big E. I mean, the fact that he may possibly return to the ring after all this time and the severe neck injury that he had, that's a miracle right there.
It is.
So yeah, now we got to be very grateful for these wrestlers that they don't get draws, man. That's the last thing we want to see is any more draws in the industry. I don't want to see that ever again, man. And I would hope that a lot of workers learn from that. And the big thing that I want these workers to learn from is, yeah, you learn not to spike a wrestler on their head. Good. That's great. But at the same time, can you learn not to fucking punch them and knee them so hard in the face that you knock them out or break their nose? Why is that too much to ask for?
Exactly. And the thing too is, like, by working too hard on the ring, like, hey, what happens if she legitimately knocked out Liv Morgan and Liv Morgan couldn't finish the match? Okay, well, that fucked up whatever booking that you had done for the match. So it's like, you got to be able to be safe in the ring. You got to have control. And it sounds to me like some of these Joshi chicks and even Seth Rollins, just they kind of get carried away with themselves, and they go a little bit off script because they can't control it. And like, they got to understand that there's lives at stake here. There's other lives at stake other than their own. And so, it's just unfortunate that you have, wrestlers like these Joshi chicks and Seth Rollins and, just not being more communicative and aware of what they're doing. So
right, and that's the thing too, is we've seen people like Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, very talented, charismatic women, get knocked out cold in the ring. Usually against these Joshi chicks. I don't know, there's some sort of pattern there. And you see these talented women get knocked out in the ring, and then they're forced to continue the match, man. Luckily, nowadays, we're getting more X's in the ring, and people are stopping the match. But back in the day, yeah, people would get knocked out all the time, and you just keep on going. That's how it is. Just slug out of it you can, keep on slugging through the mat. Hopefully you can get a hot tag in. But yeah, that's how it is now. It's so bad that with Liv out with this injury, they might even have to vacate the tag titles, do a tournament. She's looking at, what is it, like 4 to 6 months out. It's not any slim amount of time.
No, and she's dealt with the shoulder injury before, so it's not like a brand new thing for her. If anything, she's probably re-injured it again, so that's probably going to be. Like, honestly, like, I wouldn't expect her back until Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I think that sounds about fair, honestly. I mean, that would be a great way for her to come back. I'm not expecting her to win it, but she would be a huge pop when she comes out in the Rumble. But you know what? One thing that I think you made a great point on is you were talking about how Liv Morgan, she should be utilized more often. So here's a woman that she's going to be out with this fucked up shoulder. All she really has to do is put her shoulder in a sling. She can still work the mic, still be a part of promos, still push some sort of angle with Roxanne and Dominic. There's stuff to be done there,
Oh, there is. And, like, even in an authority role, like, I would be fun, because I remember they used to have Sonya Deville in that kind of role. It's like the female authority role. Okay, Liv Morgan.
Right.
She can't do that?
Well, she's good enough on the mic that I think it works,
Yeah, and she could even use it to, like, like the Judgment, like she can get into trouble, you know, because she's like helping the Judgment Day out with some booking things. Like she's using her, like you can make it a storyline where she's like, she's got this authority and she's like constantly being told, you got to keep it in check, got to keep it in check. But at the end of the day, she ends up benefiting, you know, using her authority to benefit the Judgment Day. Like there's things that you could do here from a storyline perspective that could make her interesting all the while up until she's good to go in the ring again. You know, they could do that shit. They could make it. They could have a thing where it's like she's, you know, using her authority to get, you know, title opportunities for Dominic or for, you know, Roxanne, or she's using her authority to fuck over Roxanne. You know, even though she's a member of the Judgment Day, you know, to get her out of the group. Like there's things that you could do here from a storyline perspective, from a booking perspective. Is Triple H going to do any of it? No. Triple H's brilliant booking mind is going to say, well, you know what? Man, just keep her off TV, and when she comes back in 6 months, we'll put her in the Rumble, and she'll get a loud pop. Missing off all of this opportunity that you could do utilizing Liv Morgan, rather than having to sideline her and put her on the shelf. You could keep her on TV every week in a prominent role. Because honestly, for being real, Liv Morgan's in-ring ability is not the main draw about her. Her main draw is that she's hot and she's good on the mic.
I don't like her. I'll just let her sit on the sidelines.
Yep.
That's what it really feels like. It's like, you know what?
For
anybody who he truly liked, he would utilize them. But somebody like Liv Morgan, nah. He's just going to let her sit on the sidelines because she can't compete in the ring. Who fucking gives a shit? The type of mic work that she could do with Raquel. And that's the thing, too, is like they could be doing this whole type of storyline where Liv gets together with Raquel and she's like, you know what? We got to help find you a tag team partner. I'm not going to give up on those tag team titles. So we'll find you an interim. And that's what they do is they bring in, like, let's say Roxanne Perez wins it. And she teams with Raquel, fill-in tag team partner. Liv comes back, beats the shit out of Roxanne, cashes back in her title. You know, it's just... It's a situation where you don't have to give up on this. You don't have to. If anything, it could be a 3-woman stable right now that they could be utilizing.
Sure, yeah, like you know, like what we were saying is that she can use her authority in this role to benefit Judgment Day, to get heat on them. You know, like there's so much that you could do there. But does Triple H see any of this? No. He just sees, well, she's not good to go in the ring, so that's all I really care about anyways. I don't care about promos or segments or anything outside the ring or the arena. Everything's going to be trapped in the ring. We've been calling it out for years. We know Triple H's booking. We know him to a T. We have him down. We've seen his booking for 10 fucking years now. We know how he books. We know what he likes. We know what he doesn't like. And I can promise you right now, you will not see Liv Morgan in a creative role. And if you do, then honestly, I will give Triple H credit for that. I doubt it's going to happen.
Well, that's a great thing, too, is I can already imagine it in my head. You have Latina Heat here with Raquel and Roxanne, and you got Liv cutting the promo for them. And she could totally be that antagonistic fuck on the outside that's yanking legs and acting like she's innocent. I mean, I can see it right now how perfect she is, even as an interim heel manager for this group. It's right there, dude. It's right fucking there to what to do with her. You don't even have to take her off TV. Literally, all you gotta do, put her in a fucking sling. It's that easy.
Well, and like the thing too is like it because she's in this authority role, it extends beyond just the Judgment Day. It's to the whole fucking roster. You can have Liv Morgan on TV even more than you have her now. Because Liv Morgan right now is in like the Judgment Day segments, and that's about it. Now you can have her on the show every fucking week. So if people pay and want to go see Liv Morgan, well, there's more likely she's going to be on the show because she's a fucking main authority fucking figure. And if Adam Pearce can't be there, she could fill in. Like, it's right fucking there.
They don't care, man. Marcus was saying 2 biggest mistakes in WWE are Joshi and indie jobbers. 100%, man. I'm, and that's the thing. It's like that's why I have right now. I have Joshi fatigue. I have Japanese wrestler fatigue. I'm so sick and tired of them, especially Joshi's, being shoved down our fucking throats and all these fans jacking off to them. And that's why it's like, I get angry. I'm like, dude, it's bad enough that these motherfuckers, like these terrible wrestlers, are now champions now in WWE. They can't even talk English and they're a fucking champion in WWE. When do we draw the line?
Well, like, for me, if a Joshi is like Asuka, they're attractive, they got charisma, I'm all about it. Because they're attractive and they got charisma. And I ask that of every woman on the roster. You got to be attractive, you got to have charisma. You know, you got to look like a star, you got to have charisma. I ask that for every fucking male or female. Look like a star, have charisma. So many of these Joshi chicks like Io and Kari and to some extent Julia, they're just kind of there. They're not popping up at the screen at you. They're not like all this like ball of energy and charisma like Asuka. They're just kind of there. And
they all dress the same. Like, they all dress the same.
Yeah.
They all act the same. They're all like, hey, I respect for Japanese wrestler trying to learn in America. I beat you for the win. That's like every one of their fucking promos, dude. I've had enough of it. Yeah.
Like, and even the outfits too. Like, they all kind of like, what unique looking outfit do they have? Like back in the day, the wrestlers would have these unique outfits that would be unique to them. Like you see the fucking broken hearts on the tights. That's Shawn Michaels. You see the pink. The pink, wrestling tights. It's Bret Hart. It's like they would be unique to them.
Yeah, I mean, they had something that's...
These wrestlers have unique gear.
Yeah, I mean, they stood out. Everybody, especially all these Joshi chicks, all dress exactly the same. It's like Stardom put out the blueprint for how they have to dress, and that's how they dress now. It's weird.
Absolutely.
Dylan said, you know how Liv Morgan is that valuable to the WWE when Triple H supposedly has to rewrite nearly all of the Evolution pay-per-view? That's actually a rumor that we got from the news we're going to talk about, too. Go for it, JC.
Absolutely. And if he, and like what we said, if he has a brain in his head, if Triple H has a brain in his head, he's going to put Liv Morgan in a heel authority figure. Make her a fucking authority figure. Do that.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's definitely the way to go. If you're not going to use her in a tag team or like a Freebirds type tag team with Raquel and Roxanne, that's the way to use her, is to use her as an authority figure because of how good she is on the mic. And I mean, if you even got to give her a little bit of muscle because she's a little girl, give her a little bit of muscle to kind of, enforce, so be it, I think it's right there. It could be a good angle.
Even as an authority figure, it's like all she would really need to do is just like threaten to suspend them, fire them, like give her the Stephanie McMahon type power. Not have her slapping people, but like give her the ability to fucking like suspend people, keep them off TV, take them out of matches. Like that would be fucking great.
It would, but look at how weak and fucking shitty GMs are nowadays. Sonya Deville's character fucking sucked. Ava Raine fucking sucks. Nick Aldis fucking sucks. Adam Pearce fucking sucks. None of them have balls. They're all this, well, if you push me, I'll fine you and suspend you. Like, nothing ever fucking happens. Like, they don't do anything cool. They suck. All of them suck.
I agree.
Yeah, so, I mean, it would be a nice change if they actually let her do her thing. But Darth was saying, let's help Liv become a babyface. Dominic Mysterio cheats on her with a chicken. Then he leaves her for that chicken. But then Liv finds a new lover. It's a corn dog she names Long Schlong. She loves that corn batter. What can I say?
You cheated on me with the chicken. Why?
I had to have that chicken, pussy. It's so good.
You know what? I'm cheating on you with the corn dog. I named him Long Schlong.
No!
And he's way bigger and better than you, Dom.
Mommy, no!
Oh, Dominic.
Dom.
So yeah, but yeah, it's like the ideas are right there. Anybody with common sense and a brain would know how to book Liv Morgan. Unfortunately, Triple H has neither. So.
No, he's a brainless dumb fuck. I mean, what's left of his brains is now just literally rotten boogers in his head. That's what we get, the shit we get. We get this fucking retard who doesn't know what to do with any of his top talents. And especially if you got a vagina. The minute you get a pussy, he's like, fuck you. If you're not from Japan, fuck you.
Honestly, it's true. Like, and the thing too is like he's so, and you can tell what he's trying to do. He's so just trying to recreate NXT Black and Gold on the main roster. You do that, and you'll fucking drive away even a lot of the hardcores. It will be like, if you think it's boring now, what it would look like is take all the main draws off the show. It's CM Punk, John Cena, all of them. Take them off the show. Can you imagine what the ratings for that are going to be?
But make it corporatized.
Are going to be
corporatize NXT. So NXT with Slim Jim and Snickers all over the fucking place.
Oh God. Oh.
Can't wait. Awesome.
Can't wait.
Great wrestling. So speaking of can't wait, we got news coming up here in a little bit. And see, real quick, Alejandro was saying, you caught us at the end. Io Sky still speaks English like she just got off of that boat. Shirakawa speaks decent English already, and she just got an AEW.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why we always put over Mina Shirakawa, is she learned how to speak English. She's got great charisma. She's got a great pretty face, big boobs, got charisma. I mean, that's what people want. I mean, at least Tony realizes that. Put that type of chick on TV, man. I wish there were more of her, but, Stardom, it's kind of hit or miss with them. What can I say?
Yeah,
so
it is.
All right, guys. NC.
JC and.
Peace out.